Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
I didn't hear. Did I just say and nobody answered me? Shabbat Shalom. We begin our service singing Ma Yafeh Hayom Shabbat Shalom. Please join us as we sing it together.
Ma Yafeh Hayom Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
We turn to page 169 and we read together on the top of page 169. It is not we alone who pray. All things pray. All things pour forth their souls. The heavens pray. The earth prays. Every creature and every living thing prays. In all life there is longing. Creation itself is but a longing, a prayer to the Almighty. What are the clouds, the rising and the setting of the sun, the soft radiance of the moon, and the gentleness of the night? What are the flashes of the human mind and the storms of the human heart? They are all prayers, the outpouring of boundless longing for God. And we turn to page 172 to sing together Ma Tovu.
Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Nishkinutecha Israel.
Please turn to the bottom of page 178. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with the words of Torah. Adonai our God, make the words of your Torah sweet to us, to the house of Israel, your people, that we and our children may be lovers of your name and students of your Torah. We praise you, O God, teacher of Torah to our people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'mamed Torah la'amo Yisrael. Elu dvarim she'ein lahem shior. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted on prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Please rise and turn to page 195. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvrei hoshech, oseh shalom uvrei hakol, hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha barachamim, u'tuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita, ma'ala ha'aretz kinanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, al shevach ma'aseh yadecha v'al me'orei or, she'asita ifa'arucha sela. Or chadash, al tzion ta'ir v'nizkeh kulanu, v'heira la'aro, Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'me'orot. Please join me. The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes. More welcomed than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'me'orot. Please turn to page 199. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are a unifier of humanity.
We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel. And joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life, we would turn to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passions for righteousness stir in our hearts. Help us live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo, Yisrael ba'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavcha, u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha. V'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavahai hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam. V'shivtaha b'veitecha, v'lechtaha v'derech, u'v'shokbaha u'v'kemecha. U'kshartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha. U'chtav tam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha. Uma'an tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzotai, v'yitem kedushim le'Elohem ani Adonai Elohehem. Asher hotzeiti ethem me'eretz Mitzrayim l'hiyot lehem an le'Elohehem ani Adonai Elohehem.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart, shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Please turn to page 203 as we read together. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, and earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, a song of peace.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nekar b'kodesh, noach tehilo, osef eleh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nekar b'kodesh.
Please rise and turn to page 205 for the tefillah.
Adonai, sifat ma'tifcha, ufiad b'tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei, Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Anora, El Olam Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Chakol v'Zoher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Gula Livnei V'Nehem U'Ma'an Shmo B'Hava, Mel Choser U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, v'Ezrat Sarah. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they saw you in their lives. Their quest is ours.
Help us to
Seize
see the wonder of being.
Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring nearer the world we envision, one of justice, freedom, and peace.
Baruch
Atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, v'Ezrat Sarah. We read together. You are the open door that beckons me in. Peeking around the door frame, I begin to enter your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold, that I might abide with you. In the house of the Eternal, I found my questions, waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder.
Sit with me, eternal teacher. Encourage my seekings. As I fill my hours with your mitzvot, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכינו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם ישביעו ויתענגו מטובך שבת.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
והשביעי רצית בו, רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת יומי אותו קראת
שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Oneg Shabbat. Zecher L'maaseh V'reishit Shabbat. Zecher L'maaseh V'reishit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat.
We continue on page 216. O God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let the nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by spirit that your life prevails. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hambarech et yamo Yisrael, bashalom.
Shalom Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Ata Melech Adon Likol HaShalom. Yotahu Melech Adon Likol HaShalom. Shalom Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'neicha livarech et amcha Yisrael b'kol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Please take a moment for silent prayer. We turn now to page 253. Page 253. In the middle of the page, you'll find the words to the Misha Berach, a song we sing, a prayer we offer, a hope we hold in our hearts for a time of healing for ourselves, for our congregation, for our community, and for our world, for those in need of physical healing in hospitals and nursing homes, receiving care at home, for all we love and all we share. We ask this blessing. Please join us. Misha Berach.
Berach Avoteinu Mikor Abraha Leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe berach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn now to page 245 for Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the order of reading from the Torah on Shabbat. Assemble the people, men, women, and children, and the strangers in your cities, to hear, to learn, to revere Adonai your God, to observe faithfully the words of this Torah, and let their children, who do not yet know it, hear, that they too may learn to revere Adonai your God. Please rise.
In kamocha Elohim Adonai, in kimasecha, malikutka, malikut kolamim, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. Adonai Barik et Shalom.
Our tradition teaches us that Moses received the Torah on top of Mount Sinai. Moses then passed the Torah right there to Joshua, who passed it on to the elders. The elders passed it to the prophets, and they passed it on to the rabbis of the Great Assembly. And since the time of Moses on top of Mount Sinai till today, when you, Siggy, Shmuel, Sam, are going to receive the Torah, this precious treasure of stories, of lessons, of traditions, of rituals has been passed on from one generation to the next, from one generation to the other. Now we're going to symbolically pass the Torah for your grandmother, to your parents, to your older and wiser brother, and then to the capable hands of your hands. And when we pass it on to you, we pray and we hope and we wish that your journey carrying the Torah will be a sweet one, will be a long one, will be a healthy and a fruitful one, and that you will know how to enrich your life by those rituals, by those lessons, by those teachings, and then pass it on better and improved to the next generation. Symbolically, we're going to pass the Torah midor ledor, from one generation to the next. Giving a hug and a kiss. He's the treasure. Give it to your brother. The older and wiser. Give it into the hands of your brother. Don't worry, he will treasure it. In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it.
Ki mitzion titzi Torah, ki mitzion titzi Torah, udvar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Our God is one, Adonai is great, holy is God's name.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shema. Lecha Adonai Hagidula, V'Hagivura, V'Hatifirit, V'Hanitzach, V'Ha'od. Ki kol bashamayim uvaretz, Ki kol bashamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacho, V'Hamid nasi, Lichol lerosh. Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, haolam omid. Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, haolam omid. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, ha'olam omed. Lo yisa goy el goy kerev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy kerev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy kerev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy kerev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy kerev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy kerev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, haolam omed. Al shlosha divarim, haolam העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות
Please be seated.
חסדים. על שלושה דברים. על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים. על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים.
Our God and God of our ancestors, I stand before this secret assembly, proclaiming that I choose to be a part of the people of Israel, a part of its heritage and its fate, bound by its commandments. Give me the strength to follow your path and be a source of pride to my family, my community, and my people. How greatly we are blessed, how good is our portion, how pleasant our lot, and how beautiful our heritage. Blessed be all when we sanctify your name and declare, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai המבורך לעולם ועד.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach. Baruch Adonai Hambarach leolam vayed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu michol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'daber Elohim el Moshe v'yomer alav ani Adonai. Vayera el Avraham el Yitzhak ve'el Yaakov ve'el Sadai v'shemi Adonai. Lo nrati lahem v'gam akimoti et bariti otam. Latet lahem et eretz Canaan et eretz migrayhem asher garu va.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. V'chayei olam nata b'rochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. יישר כוח, יישר כוח, יישר כוח. All right, good job.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch
Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim. V'tantan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'gam ani shmati et nakat b'nei Yisrael asher Mitzrayim me'avodatam otam v'eskor et bariti lahen emor uvnei Yisrael ani Adonai v'otzeiti ethem v'tahat tzivot Mitzrayim v'gatalti ethem me'avodatam gedolim ethem bizruach nituyah u'ishvatim gedolim v'achati ethem lo la'am v'atati lahen le'elohim v'aidatem ki ani Adonai Elohehem hamotzeiti ethem mitahat tzivot Mitzrayim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torat emer. V'chayom olam natan baruchu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. יישר כוח. כוח. Siggy, wait. You have to do the blessing now. Blessing.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Baruch Adonai Amvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Ahavati ethem el haaretz, asher nati et yadi. Latet otam Abraham litak liakov, v'natati otam lahen Moshe ani Adonai, v'daber Moshe ki'in el bnei Israel, v'lo shemu el Moshe mikotzer ruach vadi kasha.
And you can follow the translation in the handouts that you have.
God spoke further to Moses and said to him, I am the Eternal, and I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as God Almighty. By my name, Eternal, I did not make myself known to them. I also established my covenant with them, to give them the land of Canaan, the land in which they sojourned. Furthermore, I have heard the groaning of the sons of Israel, because the Egyptians are holding them in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. Say therefore to the sons of Israel, I am the Eternal, and I will bring you out from under the burden of the Egyptians, and I will deliver you from their bondage. I will also redeem you with an outstretched arm and with great judgments. Then I will take you for my people, and I will be your God, and you shall know that I am the Eternal, your God, who brought you out from under the burden of the Egyptians. I will also bring you to the land which I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I'll give it to you for a possession. I am the Eternal. So Moses spoke to God thus to the sons of Israel, but they did not listen to Moses on account of their despondency and cruel bondage. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hi olam natan b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
וזאת התורה שעשה משה לפני בני ישראל. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל. על פי אדוני ביד משה, ביד משה. על פי אדוני ביד משה, ביד משה. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar b'neviim tovim v'ratzah b'divrayim hanamarim ba'amet. Baruch atah Adonai v'her b'torah u'v'moshe avdo u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei ha'amet v'tzedek. B'shana ha'asirit ba'asiri b'shneim asar l'chodesh haya davar Adonai Elai le'mor ben Adam sim panecha al paro melech Mitzrayim v'hinavei alav v'al Mitzrayim kula davar v'amarta. Ko amar Adonai Elohi hineni alecha paro melech Mitzrayim hatanim hagadol haro veitz batoch yorav asher amar li yori v'ani asitini. V'nataticha achim b'chayecha v'hidbakti digat yorecha b'kas kesotecha. V'aticha mitoch yorecha v'eit kol digat yorecha b'kas kesotecha tidbak. Untashticha hamid bara otha v'eit kol digat yorecha. Al b'nei hasadeh tipo lot esef v'lo tikveitz rahayat haaretz u'lov Hashamayim naticha l'ocha v'yadu kol yishavei Mitzrayim ki ani Adonai yan hayatam mishanet kaneh. Levei Yisrael b'tafsam b'cha v'kof teirotz uvakata lahem kol katef uvhashanainam alacha tishver v'hamadata lahem kol matanayim lahen kol amar Adonai Elohi Yanani Mevi alaich charev v'hikrati mimer Adam uvchama v'hata eretz Mitzrayim lishmama v'harba v'yadu ki ani Adonai Yan amar Yori li v'ani asiti.
And now the translation, also in your handouts.
In the 10th year, in the 10th month, on the 12th of the month, the word of the Eternal came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Pharaoh king of Egypt, and prophesy against him and against all Egypt. Speak and say, Thus says the Eternal God, Behold, I am against you, Pharaoh king of Egypt, the great monster that lies in the midst of his rivers, that has said, My Nile is mine, and I myself has made it. I will put hooks in your jaws, and make all the fish of your rivers cling to your scales. And I will bring you up from the midst of your rivers, and all the fish of your rivers will cling to your scales. I will abandon you to the wilderness, you and all the fish of your rivers. You will fall to the open field, and you will not be brought together or gathered. I have given you for food to the beasts of the earth and the birds of the sky. Then all of the inhabitants of Egypt will know that I am the Eternal, because they have only a staff made of reed, the house of Israel. When they took hold of you with their hands, you broke and tore all their hands. When they leaned on you, you broke and made all their loins quake. Therefore, says the Eternal God, Behold, I will bring upon you a sword, and I will cut off you from man and beast. The land of Egypt will become desolation and waste. Then they will know that I am the Eternal, because you said, The Nile is mine, and I have made it. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, tzor kol haolamim tzadik, b'chol hadarot ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer v'ot, se hamdaber umkeyem, shechol devarav emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah, al ha'avodah, al hanvi'im, al yom ha'shabbat hazeh. Shanata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'limnecha, v'chavod l'tifaret. Al ha'kol Adonai Eloheinu, Anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach yitbarach shimcha b'fi kol chai tamid l'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, HaKadosh HaShabbat.
Amen. Please rise as we turn to page 256 to return the Torah to the Ark. Ya'alelu et Shem Adonai ki nizgav shemo levado. Let us praise the name of Adonai, for God's name alone is exalted.
Odo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael.
Given you good instruction, do not abandon my Torah. It is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. Return us to you, Adonai, and we will return. Renew our days as of old.
It's Chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'tomecha miushar dracheha darchinoam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivinu
Shabbat shalom. Thank you so much. It's great to be back. Thank you. Great to be back. This time reading the Torah. Speaking of the Torah, my Torah portion is about God. He speaks to Moses and said, hey, y'all should get out of Egypt. Pharaoh's not being too nice to you. All your people calling me, they want you out. And so Moses listens to him. He goes down to the people of Egypt. They see a crazy man running down a mountain, screaming, hey, we should all leave our homes, cross a massive river, have the greatest army in the world chase us. And they don't listen to him because of their cruel despondency from the Egyptians. In the end, Moses was right. Probably all know that. So I guess this shows that if something sounds crazy, listen to it anyway, Try new things. Life isn't fun if you don't just follow the people that sound the craziest. Because there's no such thing as crazy ideas, just crazy people. You only get one life. Try and do the crazy things with it. Anyway, after this service, I'm going to be a man. A man on the journey of a Jew. At least that's what they're telling me. I had to practice forever, come 3 times a week, 6.5 hours a week, learn all these prayers and stuff, big scroll thing. But I'm a man now, and now when anybody disrespects me, I can say respect your elders. Look forward to that in school. Yeah. So now it's time for thank yous. I have a lot of them. Also, if you don't get first, don't throw a hissy fit. I didn't get to choose which order they went in. Thanks, Mom. You were a great mom. You did everything I think a mom should do. Like actually made me do chores. Kick your kid out of the house every once in a while. Go play outside. I think you did everything that a mom should do. You're a great mom. Golden star sticker. Thank you, Dad. You're a great dad because you teach me things. Things that are useful in life, like construction work and stuff like that. I'd actually use a nail gun. It turns out you have to press it in when you fire. I think you did things that tried to toughen me up, make me a well-rounded kid. But the thing that you did that really toughened me up, you woke me up a whole 5 minutes before Mom did. 7:15. Thanks. Greg, you stand as a role model to me of sorts. You've got an amazing job. You get to run around the wilderness, chase criminals, forget to step over the log and not on the log. I want to be like you when I grow up. You also teach me things that I think are useful in life, but I have no idea when to use them. Like knot tying, for example. Thank you. Elliot, you're my older brother, and while you can be a little bit some of the times, you're a good older brother, You're a nice guy. Love you. Thanks. Thank you, every single one of my cousins. There's a lot of you, to say the least, and I can't thank you all individually. So I'm going to do one big thank you. I think you guys make coming to Nantucket really fun. I'll come back to you California guys and Florida people later. You guys make coming to Nantucket fun. I remember we would go to Kids Beach, go to Forest 5, wonder if Mom had actually bought that crab hat or if I'd accidentally stolen it. She bought it. It's a good hat. I love you guys. California crew. You guys are just as amazing as the rest of them. I love the times where Uncle Davey comes down or when I can come down to see you guys. It's amazing to see you all too. Florida people. you guys are just great. No cap. I love you, guys. Thank you, Omi, Bubby, and Grandpa. And I'm sorry that Omi and Grandpa couldn't be here, but we're still going to thank them. You're all amazing grandparents. Omi, although you don't like to hear it, you're nice. You know exactly what types of fruits Ellie and I like. You know what things I'm interested in. You let me come over early in the morning when we're visiting. Grandpa, I'm super sad you can't come, but I've got something special for you. It's your 90th birthday very soon. You very smoothly aged 90 years. You're still riding a bike to the gym and playing a game called Bridge that is so complex I cannot find a way how to play. You show people that age doesn't mean you can't be as sharp as a tack. Bubby, you're a wonderful grandmother, a wonderful woman, and a published author. You feel that I should always have supervision because you love me. And I love you too. You take me to the city, tell me what's going on in Tampa. Thank you. So all in all, I got pretty lucky with the grandparents I got paired with. Aunt Ro, I love all my aunts and uncles the same, but you and I have always had a very special connection. You show me the cats, let me bring food to them at the office. You let me help with chores, and you always offer to take me whenever you go pick something up. Thank you. I love you. To all the rest of my aunts and uncles, there's also a lot of you, just like the cousins. So I'm going to do it like the cousins. You're all really great aunts and uncles. And when it comes to good things to have, you cover a lot of ground. Boating, having the patience to sit in a room but do a puzzle for 3 hours straight. You know, that stuff. You're amazing, nice, and I love you all. Thank you. Andrea, when I told you I was thinking about making a song for my thank yous, you jokingly wanted a whole verse. So I wrote you one. But last time I tried singing it, they had to evacuate the whole city, so I'll just read it. Andrea, you schlepped me to Hebrew school every week. You helped me with chores around the house. And when I would come home, I could count on you to be a familiar face after a rough day at school. You helped me get dressed in the mornings. You strolled me to preschool. You rocked me to sleep as an infant, and you even tried to eat me because you thought I was a burrito when I was a newborn. It would be treason to say you're not like a second mother to me. I love you. It's kind of hard to sing that without it rhyming once. Thanks. Mr. Beasley, I remember one time at Advisor, you asked me to thank you in the speech. So I'm doing it. You serve as an alternate form of teaching. I mean, you make really long rants actually help us learn more. Something about adding adjectives to diagramming turned into some woman offering you a bunch of cats. Thank you. Josh, we've been best friends since kindergarten or something like that. You're a great friend, and you're always there for me. You help me understand worlds I never would have knew existed if I didn't introduce them to me. Like Godzilla. You know, there are more Godzilla movies than there are Spider-Man movies. Really. You're also responsible for 2 of the major uproars and popular things in our grade. So yeah, thanks for that too. Great friend, Josh. David, you help me make videos, you're smart, we talk, and you're a great person to have at your side. Thank you. Daphne, you're rough, and I like that in a friend. You can always make 3-word questions into a huge table discussion at lunch that usually ends up with Jack wondering why he still sits with us. Thanks. While on the subject of Jack, I met you, 4 years ago at a block party? And you recently came to collegiate. Hi. Oh, come on. Aiden, you also weren't able to make it here, but you're a great person. There are 2 types of popular people, the snobby brats and type like you. People like you are cool because you're awesome. That's it. People like you because you're amazing. You're funny. And we're currently a happily married couple that nobody can tell who the wife is. And I'm not saying it because I don't know either. Thank you. Mark, you know a lot of memes and stuff. You're a pretty funny guy. Good friend. Still learning how to do Morse code of Baby Yoda across the library. Thanks. That face. Henry, thanks for being a good friend and standing by me even when I'm being a nudge. Great kid and a loyal friend. Thank you. Now I want to thank my rabbis and teachers. You were all really great teachers, and I'm glad that I got the privilege of working with you, and enthusiasting me to learn my Torah and helping me learn my Hebrew. Thank you, all of you. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next week.
Here.
I'm not sure I want to follow that. Siggy, I wanted to talk to you about your name. As Shakespeare famously said, what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. And he obviously was not talking about teenage boys. You, as you're aware, your mother and I, we kind of could not agree on your name. We couldn't agree before you were born. We couldn't agree after you were born. The only time we kind of let it drop was when you were being born, because I think your mother had more important things to deal with. It wasn't actually until your mother was trying to leave the hospital that Omi was holding the elevator door. It was buzzing because she was holding it. Your mother was clutching you. The nurse, who looked like Aunt B from the Andy Griffith Show, on the more southern Indiana version of it, was telling your mother she could not leave until you were named. Elevator still buzzing, your mother adamant about it, not wanting to name you. The nurse said, "Ma'am, if you take one step towards that elevator, I'm going to call security and have them take that baby away from you." Your mother looked at me, said, "Oliver." I said, "No." I said, "Siggy." Your mother said, "Okay." It was one of the few arguments with your mother I've ever won. So you were named Samuel Itai Gross. Samuel for my father, Itai meaning friendly in Hebrew. I chose to talk about this today because you were born on the 23rd, which was my grandfather's birthday. And today, you become a bar mitzvah on the 25th, which was my father's birthday, who you're named after, your namesake. I actually asked your mother to wait till the 25th. That was an argument I obviously lost. So other than your mother really liking the name Oliver, one of her concerns was that you being named Samuel after my father, you would live in his shadow as Samuel Gross, or Sam Gross, if you decided to go by it. So we decided to call you Siggy after your initials, S-I-G, Samuel Itai Gross. It's as much of a compromise as it is an acronym. And so I think that your mother's fears, obviously based on your speech today, have gone completely unfounded. You are unequivocally your own person. You march to your own drum, for better or for worse. You are your own person, mostly better, I will say. You are a man, brimming with uniqueness and kindness and personality, and when you set your mind to something like you did with your bar mitzvah, nothing is impossible, and you absolutely knocked it out of the park today. And as you move through life, I want you to kind of keep Billy Shakespeare's words in your mind and ignore the labels, follow your heart, be true to yourself, and know that, your mother and I, we love you, we always will. Congratulations.
I'm not that impromptu. Sig, I've been thinking a lot about what I want to say to you up here. As we all know, and as just proven, you are definitely not the average 13-year-old kid. Accordingly, I didn't want to stand here and recite the average mom spiel. You, much like myself, have little tolerance for generic status quo. What I decided I wanted to communicate, above all else, is just how sweet and kind of a person you are. Because so much of what you do is done anonymously and under the radar, I'm not sure the friends and family celebrating with us today know about the generosity, thoughtfulness, and kind heart you demonstrate. So I'm here to out you for doing some of those awesome things. You are the one who secretly deposits candy in the lower school to surprise the little kids. You raised almost $200 for the Shamrock Foundation and chose to simply leave the cash in their donation box without even thinking to get credit for your mitzvah. You went to Jimmy John's to get yourself a sandwich, but used the money to get food for a homeless person instead. The track record of loving and selfless acts goes on. Sig, I want you to know that even though sometimes it's a challenge for me as your mother, and probably also your teachers, I'm proud of your refusal to simply accept things as they are, just because. You are a deep, insightful, critical thinker. Your alternative and creative views are just what we need to change the world, and I hope you continue to use your intellect and revolutionary spirit to make a brighter future. But I know you're in no rush to grow up. You are happy to enjoy being a kid, or a young man as of today, and you're not one to pretend to be something that you're not. Even so, every day, on your own terms, you are maturing and learning how to use your unique strengths in a positive and productive way. So much for not sounding like the average Kvelling Jewish mother. I'm not nearly as creative or witty as you are, Siggy. The last time I was up here was at Elliot's bar mitzvah. I spoke about the significance of the bar mitzvah tradition, regardless of my personal religious beliefs or lack thereof. Once again, I'm glad that my son is going through this rite of passage. Siggy, it's been great to see you work at something and show commitment to the process. I hope you feel rewarded by your efforts that have led to such a successful, truly successful result. So again, I'll thank Michael for insisting the boys get a Jewish education and doing the majority share of the commuting to make it happen. Thank you also to all the family and friends who have joined us today, especially those who've risked winter travel from out of town to be here. Thank you to the rabbis and teachers who've contributed to SIG's success. And the words thank you aren't nearly adequate to express the gratitude I feel to Greg, who loves Elliot and Siggy like a father and who attends to them and me selflessly. You are an ideal role model, and I know the boys are growing up to be better people because you are in their lives. Siggy, you are a delightful little person. I love your enthusiasm and interest in the world around you. I admire that you are fearless when it comes to trying new things or talking to new people. I appreciate that you have so much empathy for animals and your tender heart aches at the suffering of others. But today we celebrate, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. Mazel tov, and I love you.
Oh, you too.
By request, a short story with a deep message that's specifically for you. It starts like all good stories, once upon a time, a long time ago, in a land far, far away, actually the land and the time of your Torah portion. There was this tiny scrap of a shrub, it's called a snet in Hebrew, kind of smaller than a shrub, a little more raggedy, living in a vast, arid desert beneath a blazing sun. Life had been pretty normal by the standards of a snet in the desert. He'd grown a little, stretched out a little, but nothing really major had happened until this particular day, when, much to the snet's surprise, a voice called to him and said, "Snet." And the snet, much to his surprise, responded, "What?" Not having spoken much before in his life, because actually he's a shrub, okay? He wasn't really sure what was going on with this, but the voice continued and said, "I am the God of the universe, and I need a favor from you." And the snet went, "How do I know you're the God of the universe?" And the voice said, "Have you ever heard a voice before?" And the snet said, "No." And he said, "Have you ever talked to a voice before?" And the snet thought about that for a second and went, "No." "Okay. For purposes of discussion, you're the God of the universe." Why would the God of the universe need help from a little sneh like me. And God said, you see right over there, over the horizon, there's a guy coming along. His name is Moses. I need his attention. I need you to get his attention for me and have him come over here so we can talk. Now, it struck the sneh that this was a simple enough thing. So he said, sure. For the God of the universe, I can get this guy's attention. What do you want me to do? Shake my leaves? Wave in the wind here? Make some crackling sounds? I'm good at all those things. God said, no, I need something a little bigger than that. What do you mean by bigger? I mean like something really flamingly bigger. This got the sneh a little worried because, as I mentioned, it's an arid desert. He's very dry. He's under a blazing sun. Fire is not his favorite thing. So a flaming example kind of scared him a little bit, and he said, you wouldn't possibly have in mind something having to do with fire, would you? And God said, exactly. That's what we need. Good idea. We need you to catch on fire, and that'll draw him over here, and then I can talk to him. And the sneh went, you'll have to pardon me, but like, no thanks. Fire's out of the conversation. And God said, you need to trust in me. The fire will flame within you, but it won't consume you, and I can talk from you from the flame. This guy's pretty important, said the sneh. And God said, definitely. And you need his attention for something really important that he's going to do. And God said, definitely. The sneh thought about it, and there's not that many opportunities for a little scraggly shrub in the desert to change the history of the entire world by drawing this guy who's getting closer and closer as they're having this conversation over to talk to God. So the sneh says, fine, light me up. He does. This flame burns within him, and he notices that he's not being consumed. And God's voice comes out of him and says, Moses. And Moses comes over. And the whole history of the Jewish people, from slavery to freedom, is changed because of this one bush in this one wilderness that agreed, according to the story, to be a flame of God. Now, have you figured out why I thought this was a good story for you? It's not because the sneh's little and you're a little bit shorter than your brother at the moment. And it's not because, on occasion, you are known to be running around this building like your hair's on fire. It's because today, the fire in you were the words of God that were coming forth. The words of the prayers, the words of the Torah got channeled through you, and it didn't consume you. You were able to be a leader of a congregation in prayer, to be the man that led us all, to have grown up beyond the crazy Siggy that you've been up to here. And then it didn't consume you or change you because your speech was fantastic and it was all the best that's always been in you. You don't need to change to be a grown-up. You just need to be able to channel God's voice, God's efforts through you, which you've always done. May this always be your blessing. The ability to be able to see the world and make a difference in it without it having to consume you in the process or change anything about that wonderful person you've always been. Come receive your blessing. These words I share with you have been the blessing of our people for generations. From one generation to the next, L'dor v'ador, we've blessed with these words. Yivarechecha, Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the Lord bless you and keep you from harm. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yikuneka. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face be lifted unto you and grant you always the blessings of peace. Amen. Good job. Rabbi David has some gifts for you.
Mazel Tov and thank you. Thank you for doing such a great job leading us in service, in prayer, in chanting, and teaching us what you learned from your Torah portion, from the process of becoming a bar mitzvah. We give most of those gifts to every bat or bar mitzvah in our congregation, but it doesn't mean that what you're going to do with them is what everybody else did. You can still do the Siggy thing with each one of those gifts. So we have a tzedakah box to remind you what your mother outed you on that you already do, and that is that you always care for those who need your help and those who depend on having other people notice their pain. We have here a gift from the Jewish Family and Career Services to remind you that you already start that path of doing good deeds in our community. We have all kinds of certificates to remind you of this day and of things to come. And we have 2 books that are for you, and you will decide, first of all, you'll decide if you want to read them or not, and then you'll decide what you want to do with their lessons. You learned so much from one Torah portion. There are 54 Torah portions here, 39 books of the entire Bible. That's a life of learning. Hopefully you will use it and you will learn a lot from it. And from the Jewish community of Louisville, we have the Book of Jewish Values that can give you ideas how to bring good into this world. Mazal tov.
Thank you.
Now we can sit and
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every strand and every thread, she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. When Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, we just would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We just lived through a miracle, we're going to dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
We rise now for the Elenu on page 283. Please join me as we read together in the middle of the page. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
Va'anaknu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
Continue on page 288. When I die, give what is left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that is left of me is love, give me away. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in the years past, and those whom we've drawn into our hearts with our own. This week in our congregation, we remember the names of Zeldin Lipsky, Ida Lippy, Lothar Marx, Jeff Monsky, Esther Dayan, Dennis Fine, Rose L. Hildebrand, Iris Caviar, Louis Beiser, Hyman Weiser, Herman Hirschheimer, Edith Seligman, Lena Uslander, Benjamin Weisskopf, Milton Emond, Carmen Needleman, Pauline Levenhart Grossman, Oscar Eddie Cantor, Lawrence S. Bloom, Mildred Brody Globinger, Jack Leonard Shapiro, Miriam Davis, Arnie Friedman, Norma Jean Seidman, Esther Saracen, Louis Saracen, Joanne Musicante, William Frentz, Harold Nathan Rowe, Louis R. Flam, Catherine R. Rudman, Irving Bing Borschow, Miriam Lyon Greenebaum, Frida Lee Freddie Burston, Flora Finkelstein, Ann R. Rosenbaum, Anna Taylor, Louise Barkas, Howard Grossman, Murray C. Roberts, Aaron Carl, Rosalind Goldberg Gendell, Mildred Claster Falk, Boris Elkin, Evelyn Brown Weiss, Ronya Tallis, Abraham Penner, Alfred M. Berg, Fayette Linker, Adrienne Beyer, Carolyn Stiefler, David Stiefler, Sherry Stiefler, and Allison Rose Finkel-Tripp. Zichronam livracha. May all their memories be for blessing. As we rise, page 294 for Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Balma Divrach Chirutei v'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Bagala uvizman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mavorach, L'olam umei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, Shmei Dekudisha Barichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, Tush b'chata v'nechemata, Damiran bi'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya, V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say together, Amen. Our closing song is Oseh Shalom. You'll find the words right there on page 294, the last three lines of Kaddish.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol
Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. We have one more blessing to do. Siggy would like all of his cousins to come up and join him for the motzi. You know who you are. Please come up. Elliot, this also includes you. And immediately afterwards, you're all invited to join us in honor of Siggy in the Heidemann Auditorium directly behind you for a Kiddush luncheon.
I'll say it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Good work, good work, good work. Thank you. You did such a good job. Good work, good work, good work.
Bump my back there.
You did real good. Thank you, guys. It was beautiful. It was great. It was pretty good.